Is your sales team pitch slapping your prospects? Your reps are pitching people who never asked to be pitched. And that's exactly what we call a pitch slap. It builds sales resistance on a call. It's why your prospects feel pressured and your deals are stalling after the pitch. And you're starting to hear, I'm not deciding today. And I'm not deciding today is the most common thing that you hear in the call recordings. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact transition that fixes it and how to install this into your sales team. So here's the big problem. You're going to start to see signs of sales resistance when you watch your team's call recordings. Here are the telltale signs. Number one, the prospect feels pressured. Their tone shifts and they start to pull back the second that the pitch starts. Number two, deals stall after the pitch. So there's no commitment on call. Your team isn't closing on call. And the hesitation is starting to take over the momentum. The deal's not moving forward. Number three, deals do not close live. No matter what happens, everything is getting pushed to later, to a follow-up, to circle back around. They're just not closing live. And number four, you will actually hear, the prospect will tell you that they're feeling the sales resistance. And you'll hear something along the lines of, I'm not looking to make a decision today, into the offer and kind of forcing the next steps on top of them. So what exactly is a pitch slap? If you pitch slap somebody, it means that you're pitching them with them not asking with if you pitch slap somebody, it means that you're pitching them without them asking to be pitched. The reason that the transition exists on sales calls is so that the prospect basically tells you, yes, I'm interested in the next steps. Please share them with me. It's not you or your team forcing the next steps onto the prospect. So here's the diagnosis and where reps typically are breaking or making this mistake. The mistake shows up in discovery almost every time. First, they'll ask questions in the beginning of the discovery, in the beginning of the call, and then they'll jump straight to the pitch. So there's no clear delineation. You'll also hear another common mistake is that there's no transition between the two. So there's no transition from discovery into the pitch. The other thing, next, you'll start to hear another thing that you'll hear a lot is that the prospect never actually asked. They never invited. They never asked for more information about the pitch. So that's a really strong signal that we're just forcing a pitch onto them. And ultimately, all of this results in sales resistance. And it's the rep forcing the next step instead of allowing the process and allowing the prospect to choose the next step, which will make closing deals so much easier. So here's the rule that I install into my sales team and it's that we never pitch uninvited. The prospect has to invite us to pitch them. So we never pitch someone who doesn't ask. We have to get a verbal yes. If we don't get the verbal yes, there's no pitch, period. We do not move forward. Number two is we close discovery with what I call a discovery wrap, right? And so it's a signal that we're getting ready to close this piece of the call and move to the next piece of the call. And then we want to hand the prospect the next step. So we want to give them the option to go this way or that way, and they should choose which option. And third and last, we want to wait for that verbal cue. We have to hear them say, yes, walk me through the next steps, please. So here's what the transition looks like. Discovery to pitch, we want to do it clean on almost every sales call. And so after I've finished my discovery, I've asked a series of questions so I can diagnose if this prospect is a good fit for me, if they have a pain point that we can solve, if they have a desire that we can help them accomplish. I'll say something like this, and this is what I call the discovery wrap. It sounds like I have a full understanding of everything here, and I feel like we might be able to help you. The next step would be for me to walk you through the process, but you tell me, where do you want to go from here? And what we're looking for is we're waiting for the prospect to give us a verbal yes. Yes, please tell me what the next steps are. Yes, can you show me what the process looks like? Yes, I'm interested in understanding how much it costs, how it works, all of that. So we're looking and we're hearing for that verbal yes, and that's when we can transition to our pitch. So this is a key moment that you should install into every single one of your sales calls. And here's how you make it stick every single time and how it becomes infrastructure in your team, not just a tip that you heard me that you're like, oh, that sounds cool. So first is we have to script the transition line. So go back, screenshot the recording, take that exact scripting that I used, repeat it a couple times so it becomes so you can translate it into your words and drop that into your script. One line, same words, every single rep is using it every time. Make sure that you require a verbal yes before the pitch, no exceptions. You have to tell your team that they have to say yes, they have to invite the pitch. And then what we do is we start to score this in call reviews, right? Did the transition happen? Yes or no? And oftentimes when I'm doing call reviews, I'll have reps timestamp their calls. Discovery started here. Transition was at this minute 12 and 30 seconds. That's when the transition happened. Pitch started at 14. So when a rep is bringing a call review to me, I'll say, please timestamp your call so that we can very quickly and efficiently go to the different sections of the call. And so during call reviews with reps or live with the team, we're going to score it. Did the transition happen? Yes or no? And then most importantly is we want to positively reinforce this in front of the team, right? So we want to show everybody that deals that close that have this structure. And so what happens is we positively reinforce this behavior. They start to see that it's working, that there's less sales resistance, that deals are closing, that there's forward momentum. And then everybody on the team will start to indoctrinate and adopt the process. And so that's how we standardize it across to everybody. One process, the entire team, the whole floor runs it. Hey, by the way, my name is Chris Sanchez and I build predictable, elite, and fully systemized sales teams. I've helped clients generate over $54 million in revenue and ramped countless sales reps using the approach that I call the sales team operating system. What you just watched was a real sales team OS session that I pulled from a live client. If you want to see exactly how I run, manage, and scale elite 8-figure sales teams, don't click away just yet. In this next video right here, there's another sales team OS breakdown where I go deeper into the building, coaching, managing elite reps. Go ahead and click it and enjoy. Cheers.